Hello beautifuls, you're looking extra ravishing today. Welcome back to my channel. Wow, she's graduated to real YouTuber now. So today I have something a little different, something a little special planned. Strap yourselves in, I reckon this is going to be quite the journey and I'm so keen for you guys to come along with me on this one. So I was just, scrolling through Instagram one day and one of my friends had shared this Instagram page, this website that was actively trying to promote African-owned businesses in Australia. And we all have seen all the Black Lives Matter things going on. Don't let the fact that it's dying down deter you from activism, just saying. But I've personally, and I know a bunch of you have personally been trying to find ways that you can actively make a change. And one of those ways is investing in African or Black owned businesses and allowing them to reinvest into their community. So the group, they are called the Afro Network, and they basically kind of describe themselves as a bridge between the African and non-African communities in Australia. In simple terms though,
honestly, I hate the way I worded it. It's basically a one-stop shop for all African-owned businesses in Australia. You can find businesses, you can list your businesses. Yeah, it's just like has everything.
So I hopped on their website and it was really simple to use. At the top, you basically search up what exactly you're looking for and what state you're in Australia. So I live in New South Wales, live in Sydney. So I went on New South Wales and I just started scrolling through. Basically, I decided I would set out on a journey, on a quest, if you will, to try out a bunch of these businesses with you guys and let you guys know how they are and, try and build like some sort of relationship between non-African Australians and African Australians where you guys feel comfortable enough going into some of these African-owned businesses. You guys know what to expect. You guys can try these things out because a lot of you guys just have never really tried African things. So I thought I'd be your guide. I'm your tour guide. I feel like a great entry point for all of us, especially people who haven't really tried any African-owned things, would be food. Because, it's just like a great way to experience part of the culture without having to do too much. So I decided to take my dear friend Lexi to experience some of my culture. I'm here with Lexi. Doesn't she look cute?
Hi.
We are on we are on our way to Little Lagos, and I have just discovered that Lexi doesn't like spicy food.
And I thought Sibi knew that because Sibi was my friend.
So this might be a little tricky. Hopefully we can find something that she likes, but
because I'm slightly picky.
Yes, she's also picky. I don't know why. I don't know why none of this crossed my mind.
I don't know either. So I looked at the menu, and I was like, maybe it'll be fine. Sibi knows I don't like spicy food, so maybe she knows that it'll be fine. No. Sibi doesn't actually think of anyone except for herself. Clearly, I'm kidding.
It's not a lie though. So yeah. So we did panic for a little bit, thinking this might not go well, but the second we got it there, first impressions were amazing. Even just from the outside, you knew this was a place you wanted to be. Hey, so Lexi, what are your initial reactions?
Well, so before I came, I looked on the website, just over the menu because I always do that, anxiety things. And I really liked just the layout. It looked very professional and just really modern, which I like a lot. It looked like there had been a lot of thought put into it. And yeah, looking at the menu now, it looks really nice. The atmosphere is really nice. It seems like it's fairly traditional. I don't know though, because I'm new. But it just looks nice. And it's nice people, nice service. Really like it.
Lexi made a really good point. Just an honorable mention has to go out to whoever designed the website because it was really good. My initial impression was also the website. And it was just so professional. It was just so good. They actually, they put some thought into it. I was just really happy with that first impression. And then going in as well, I started, freaking out over the fact that my culture was being represented.
Yes, I was just saying to Lexi, it's just crazy to have things that I know on a menu because I've never really been to a Nigerian restaurant before. But yeah, it's just so weird because like they have moi moi here, they have jollof rice, they have goat stew, they have like egusi, like things that my mum makes, and they have it in a restaurant. It's just so weird to me, but it's so cool, and the vibe is so great. Like just even just like look at the menus, I'm kind of just shocked, you know.
So the menu was great. The atmosphere was amazing. The staff was so friendly. I don't know, it was just a really like great like vibe overall. So the first thing we started off with was the jollof rice and the plantain, fried plantain. West Africa is gonna get mad at me right now, but Nigerian jollof rice is the best. There's no debate. And for those of you all who don't know, jollof rice is kind of like it's, I don't know how to describe it to you. Let me go ask my dad if he has a better description. How would you describe jollof rice? Like, what is it?
It is rice cooked with condiments, or cooked with different kinds of spices, with tomato, pepper, fish, sometimes meat, and some other African ingredients mixed together.
And do you think Nigerian jollof rice is the best one?
It is.
I say yes. I'm pretty sure that Nigerian is the best.
Of course, Nigerian jollof rice is the best.
Thank you. No, now, well, honestly, which one do you like better?
I like Senegalese rice.
I knew it. So, got Lexi to try it, and this is what she thought.
It's not too spicy.
It's so good.
It's literally like nothing I've ever had before.
I feel so bad because normally my mum makes my plantain, and I'm kind of like bagging out her food right now. But like, Mum, your plantain's great, but this one's better.
So we decided to then order the goat stew to accompany our first course. This was the thing I was really looking forward to because I haven't had goat in so long, but it is so good. Okay, and this is where some of you guys who are not African is gonna get a little, goat is like the best meat. I don't like meat. I kind of don't like meat that much, but goat meat, when cooked properly, is so good.
Okay, so like the stew is like the sort of stew like my mum makes. It's like your staple stew you have with like the rice. We eat it with pasta, we eat it with everything. The goat meat is so good. Like so good. It's like really tender. Really well made. Like I actually really like this.
Thoughts? I don't like it as much as that.
Okay.
But I do still like it. I've never had goat, so I don't know how goat tastes.
Okay, yeah.
But it's nice. But it's good that we have the rice with it.
Okay, cool. So after we ate all that, we decided to order dessert. So for dessert, we got the chin chin and the puff puff. I was a little scared because I'm not a massive fan of either of those. I do eat them occasionally, but people love that stuff. Me personally, I don't really have much of a sweet tooth anyway, so I was like, we'll see how this goes. So the best way I can describe those things, puff puff is like equivalent to like your donut, like just like a deep fried dough basically. And chin chin is kind of like a biscuit. You like it?
I like it also. Do I have pop? So I'm not eating it already.
I love it.
It's like the good amount of oily and sweet, and like not overly sweet. Yeah, big fan.
So dare I say, I really, really, really loved that puff puff. It was so, so good. Puff puff is another one of those things that vary from household to household. It's made, like the basic recipe is the same, but it kind of tastes different depending on who's making it. So I really loved that puff puff a lot. I'm so sorry, mother, but I prefer that one to yours. So how was it, Lexi?
Really good, different. It's like, I don't know, it's just completely different. So it's something that I'd have to get used to if I wanted to eat it constantly. But it was really nice to like experience something different types of food, something that I literally had never even thought existed. And
the wait staff were amazing.
They took photos as well. Yes. Because we were like completely taking photos.
Yeah, they saw us taking photos. They're like, do you guys want us to take photos?
And then they did it on our good side because we said this is our bad side. They went on that side. They were like, yeah.
Yeah, they were like really talkative and friendly. Like they liked interacting. You felt like you were saying, it felt like we could joke around and stuff
because,
like that.
Because I didn't know like what to do. Like I wanted to eat with cutlery because I don't know. Like it's a restaurant. Some people, you know. I was like, oh, can you get us cutlery? And then he brought us cutlery, and Sibi was like, oh, you don't need this for cutlery. And I was like, fuck. Now it looks like it's really good. And then I spoke to the waiter, and he was like so lovely. He was like joking. He's like, people are gonna judge you. And I was like, cool. Okay.
He's like, I won't judge you,
but other people
will.
So just and I was like, cool. So I'm not gonna act super white.
She wanted to embrace the culture. So.
Yeah, and sort of embrace the experience and learn.
Yes. I loved that place. I really did. It was so good. The food, everything about it was just amazing. What I loved the most though was the fact that Lexi, my little white friend, my little Yibo, who has never tried Nigerian food in her life, liked it as well. If she hadn't liked it, not that I would have felt it was an attack on my culture, but that I would have been a little self-conscious if she didn't like it, but I'm so glad that she did. That made me really happy. But yeah, just everything about it was, I kind of went in, not with low expectations, with no expectations, and it exceeded any expectations I could have ever had. The thing that I really admire, I think, was the fact that there were just like a lot of different cultures in there. In that restaurant, the amount of non-Africans outweighed the amount of Africans in there, which was crazy, and it made me really happy to see that people were embracing my culture. I did also want to mention very quickly the price. So just so you know context, this is from someone who literally doesn't have a job anymore because of COVID. So the pricing was pretty good, pretty alright. So with like African food, you kind of have to consider the fact that a lot of these ingredients are difficult to source in Australia. So a lot of this stuff would have to be imported or would be very expensive. So like that does factor into the price a little bit, but it was still decently priced. Like we ended up paying around $35 each for our food, which I think is a good price. And just the overall quality was good, and it was filling as well. So it wasn't like at the end of our $35 meal we were starving. Like it was a filling meal, we couldn't even finish the food. So I think it was pretty well priced considering what it is. Since this is a series and I do want to be giving you guys my recommendations, I will be giving ratings. Do not take this to heart. I still recommend you try a lot of these places, but for Little Lagos in Newtown, I would rate it, drumroll please, 9 out of 10. It's the first one, so I really don't have much to compare it to, and I would rate it a 10, but I'm stingy. That's basically it. So I think that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and hopefully I see you guys soon for the rest of this series. Please let me know if there are any African-owned businesses that you guys want me to rate. Please go check out the Afro Network if you want to find some African businesses in your area, and go check out Little Lagos to get some really good Nigerian food. Let me know if you guys try some of this stuff, because I would be really interested to hear about your experiences as well. And come back soon for some more content by me.